Today we celebrate the death of Jesus. That's a weird thing to say. To celebrate his death. Really, if anything, it's more of a commemoration of the life of Jesus. And I think one of the most impactful things to remember and to really think about with Good Friday is really the perspective of the disciples. These people gave their entire life to following Jesus, and they had so much hope in doing so. They would have left every single thing that they had to follow him, and then they got to see him do all these miraculous things. They thought that it would be a new reign, a new kingdom, and really a new government. And then, in a matter of hours, he died. And I can't imagine how hopeless they would have felt in that moment. The questions they would have had of everything this man said, I believed. It seemed to be true. I watched him do all these miracles. I believed what he said. And have they been duped into following someone that isn't who he says he was? And then they saw him hanging on a cross. And the amount of hopelessness that they would have had to go through and see and experience when his final words on the cross were, "It is finished." I think there may have been no other time that was filled with hopelessness more than this. And I think the idea of hopelessness is probably something that all of us, we can all relate to. It's when the dream falls apart, and it's when your marriage maybe starts to fail, the relationship sours, the job doesn't work out, or the promise, it just breaks. But when Jesus said it is finished, it wasn't a finish line. It was actually the start line. And that's really the hope we can find in Good Friday, is that hopelessness isn't forever, that there's always something on the other side of it. Now, it's hard to see that. It's hard to understand that in the midst of it. What if we lean in the same way that the disciples did and see what God may be doing through the middle of it?